Hi guys, AE92 guys, back with another video on the progress with the Toyota AE92 2ZZ swap. Uh, like I showed in the videos, I was going to put a Honda radiator. There it is. I did use the OEM hose, cut it, put it on for the AE92 GTS engine, the one that goes up this way. And the bottom, you cannot see it because I got this ECU wiring mess there, but the bottom would be the 2cc hose with the rear end of the AE92 GTS hose. So with those two hoses, I mean with the one single hose this long that goes up this way, I was able to route it perfectly with the splice of the OEM hose there. In this video, I want to send a special thank you to every single one of you. And one of my subscribers has sent me this little intake here. Not intake, cold air intake. Thanks to Ezekiel Perez. I never expected anything from anybody, but that's really that. I feel great, you know. Thank you so much for the help. I mean, I never expected anything from anybody, but it happens sometimes, I guess. So thank you for that. Other than that, you know, mounting this and the radiator, which it was pretty easy, honestly. I like you see here, I just put some two threaded bars. I welded at the bottom, welded in the middle section where I put a nut, weld the nut, and then put some tape so, I don't know, give it some, so it doesn't rattle. And on this side, I did the same thing. It's the Honda radiators. You should, if you deal with Hondas, you'll know what I'm talking about. Other thing I did was the clutch line. I removed it from there, and then I got it undone from the master by, you know, I got a little snap on crow's foot, loosen the bolt and move it this way, and you can see some of the clutch line is like under there, and it's bolted over here. I used the OEM 2ZZ hose. I bought the clutch line for the transmission. It's OEM. I bought that brand new, and then I used the hose, and the hose I connected to the original line. Bleed it, and it's working fine. Yeah, the reason I did that is just like to make an aftermarket line, I would have to remove my own custom line, not aftermarket custom. I would have to remove the master cylinder because it's on an angle, like pointing this way where the fitting goes. And if you guys have experience with clutch lines and brake lines and power steering lines, this stuff's got to be like really accurate. If not, you messed up. So I mean, that's the master cylinder's like $20 anyways. But I mean, I didn't have the timing is like, I don't have the time to remove it. I just got time to grind sometimes. And honestly, some of this stuff is like, I work on it 20 minutes one day, then 2 weeks passes by, I do another 20 minutes, and that's how I've been able to knock out quite a few things. That's it, man. Like it's fairly easy. I mean, the hardest part would be the exhaust if you don't have a welder or something, but it's not even that hard. I mean, another hard part, I guess, is the wiring harness is not that bad. If you put everything in, right, from the Celica in the engine bay, like I got this mess. I took some of the boxes out to ECU and stuff like that. That way, I have a little bit of more room because there's not that much room. I mean, you see a lot of room right now, but you know, it's just not much. So I got to delete all these wires that are for the headlights of the Celica, not the GTS's. The GTS has its own harnesses and stuff like that, and I will figure that out later on to power those, the pop up and down headlights. Yeah, gotta love those. I mean, and in the beginning, I couldn't start it because the I basically removed this black connector right here with all this whole harness and kind of make my own harness with another connector that I had, but I ended up cutting 2 wires off that I wasn't supposed to out of this big black connector, which powers the EFI relays. I messed up there, but I got another harness and got it together. So that's why, in the beginning when I first turned it over, it didn't start. Now, the second thing, the car started and then it died. So I had to diagnose what was the issue. I don't have an OBD2 code reader because I don't have a OBD2 connector here. I mean, I do have an OBD code reader, but I don't have the OBD port. So what I ended up doing was just disconnecting. Going back, I tried to disconnect the crankshaft sensor because my mind was going to that. I did, not to mention, I did timing. I did a bunch of stuff to this car before anything, and that was a long time ago. And then I had to repair some of the crankshaft wires. I repaired these wires over here that were broken. So my mind went to like, oh shit, I did something wrong. Probably hooked the terminals wrong, something of that nature. So, and just went back inside. I started thinking about it, and the car went perfect before I even took everything off. So I thought it was something I did, and it wasn't. I had the mass airflow sensor with the coils in a box inside, and since the car was running perfectly before, I thought the mass airflow sensor was still good, and it wasn't. When I disconnect the mass airflow sensor, the car starts. It doesn't rev over like 5,000 or so, but that's what it is. If you got a vehicle starts and dies issue, look into your mass airflow sensor. You could disconnect it. It will start, but it will not rev. So that's a good thing. I mean, I don't know. I just took a break from it and then go back, kind of frustrated. I looked at fuel. I looked at everything, and everything was there. And I'm like, okay, well, something I messed up. But no, mass airflow sensor, guys. It could be disconnected and it'll start, but I don't know if it's shorted internally. I don't know what the hell happened to it. It just it will shut down the vehicle. So I mean, that's pretty much it for today. It's really cold. It's snowing. I still got to clean up outside. I just been kind of working on this and letting other things go by so I could get a video. I couldn't wait to get a video for you guys. So like, comment, subscribe. Thank you, Ezequiel Perez, for the cold air intake. I think that's the position I want for it in the future. But for now, when I get rid of all this wiring, I'm gonna, because that's getting the cold air from this side of the engine, and that's where you kind of want it. I think for the meantime, I'm gonna put this one aside and rig one going to the back here where I got room for a filter till I figure out all this stuff. And I may move, but at least to move the car back and forth. Yeah, I'm gonna get one that's a 90, but that's where you want it, because I've seen other 2CZs that are back there, and I mean, you're just gonna get heat. So this would be the one you want, I guess. It'd be brand is HPS. Look into it. The connectors are from, I know it's pink, but it's from AutoZone. I was gonna get one of their filters, but man, they're expensive. Like, it's like $34. They used to be $20. I remember back in the days I used to buy them with my rewards point. Like, you spend $100, you get 5 points, and then you get like 20 free. So that's how I used to buy those filters. And now they're like super expensive. So I'm gonna have to go eBay, Amazon to be able to get an intake for this. So All right, guys, this is it for today. You won't see it started. Next video you will. It's loud. So thanks for watching. 892 guys signing out.